The Mandela effect has become a popular modern myth. The idea that details from the past have mysteriously changed, as though reality itself is being altered. People insist that packaging, logos, movie lines, news, historical facts, and product names were different before. While the experience is genuine, the phenomenon is neither evidence of parallel universes or manipulated timelines. Instead, it is real changes made by those that control media, information and education systems, products, brands, news, and entertainment, all of which serve very practical goals: profit, attention, control, and influence. The Mandela effect is not a supernatural or metaphysical occurrence. It is in fact psychological, commercial, and cultural. Human memory can be imperfect and easily influenced, but collectively, however, it is powerful and hard to deny. Although the human memory is reconstructive, influenced by repetition, shaped by expectation, and vulnerable to suggestion, it is also photographic and very powerful. When millions of people grow up seeing logos, movie quotes, or package designs they loved change, their minds fill in the blanks in ways that feel familiar. Later, when exposed to the real version, confusion arises. This is not reality shifting. It is the human memory being alerted that something is off. Those controlling the media, brands, products, and information often make changes, and they don't feel compelled to tell you about it. Why should they? Corporations, educational institutions, and media companies regularly redesign, update, or tweak their creations from logos, product names, fonts, packaging, taglines, character designs, movie edits, historical documentaries, educational content, and advertising visuals as it suits them. Thousands of these changes occur quietly behind closed doors without announcement or fanfare. Sometimes they do it in retrospect, because every rebrand or redesign creates an opportunity for the public to say, "I swear it was different before." This fuels the illusion of a Mandela effect, while creating hype around a product, a movie, or a story that had otherwise been forgotten. Why do they do it? Many reasons, but the primary driver behind these changes is simple: profit. Because influence and attention boost sales. Simple, small tweaks like updated packaging pique interest, and this drives repeat business. Logo refreshes start conversations and create curiosity. Movie re-edits and remasterings draw nostalgic rewatchers, as well as curious new audiences. When people talk about Mandela effect in relation to a product, movie, or story, even through confusion, someone at the top benefits. Because attention equals money. Why they do it? Influence media, news and entertainment industries, as well as education and political systems, and the elites driving them, thrive on controlling the narrative. Because that's where the power to control lies. History, news, and stories are constantly adapted and reinterpreted for new audiences to support whatever narrative is currently being forged. Winston Churchill was accredited with saying, "History is written by the victor, and every generation creates new ones, with new motives and new ideas." They use the information bubble they control to help them perpetuate their ideas and make them mainstream. So if movies need to be recut or digitally remastered, so what? If documentaries need their facts or tone shifted and history books revised or news events reframed to back them up, it's just par for the course. When the public's memory does not match the revised or tweaked version, the company or institution gains the power to confirm or redefine the official story, revisiting the topic once again for reasons that aren't always apparent on the surface. This is not timeline manipulation. It's a very old practice called narrative control. So how do they benefit from it? In any age, the most valuable currency is attention. When large groups of people passionately debate, was it Berenstain or Berenstain? Did Darth Vader say, "Luke, I am your father"? Or was it Captain Crunch or Cap'n Crunch? This generates an enormous amount of interest engagement. Social media circulation, free publicity, bringing attention and visibility at zero cost. The confusion serves them because they benefit from it. Entertainment industry tweaks stories for retention. Directors, studios, and streaming platforms routinely Remove scenes, update CGI, remaster audio change, subtitles, re-release alternate cuts, censor lines for new audiences, update old episodes quietly. Decades later, viewers encounter the revised version and either assume their memory is faulty, or that the universe has somehow changed it. But these are simply routine industry practices, like adding color to old black and white movies. Historical narratives are constantly rewritten. History books are revised to reflect new discoveries, political agendas, updated terminology, cultural sensitivities, curriculum changes. When the official record shifts, public memory often conflicts with the new version. This has nothing to do with metaphysics. It is institutional influence trying to control. The real truth. It's not a simulation glitch, just human systems being manipulated to the advantage of those who benefit. Once we remove the mystical framing, the Mandela effect becomes simple. Human memory is being manipulated to suit those that are controlling the narrative. Look behind the curtain and see who owns the information bubble we are in. Education, politics, entertainment, and media are all owned by a handful of corporations that all work together to maintain a narrative that upholds their ideals. The internet is a tool used to proliferate mass misremembering and confusion, which is not only a distraction for the masses, but it holds the attention where they want it, which is away from what matters. The Mandela effect is not evidence of timelines changing. It is evidence of how easily human memory can be manipulated, and how important it is for them to keep hold of our attention. Conclusion. The Mandela effect is fake in the metaphysical sense. However, reality is not itself changing, rather it is being changed. It is a psychological and social phenomenon, driven by very ordinary forces. The institutions controlling the bubble of information, entertainment, and products we are exposed to do not need supernatural powers to confuse the public. They simply need to make small changes, tweaks here and there, release them quietly, and let human memory do the rest. By keeping quiet and watching the confusion, they allow curiosity and hype to build, keeping people's attention fixed on their product, story, or movie. In the end, it is not reality being manipulated. It is our perception and our attention. Even more so now in the digital age, that attention is priceless. So it is up to us to stay focused and be selective about where our attention goes. Does it really matter if it was Captain Crunch or Cap'n Crunch or whether Mickey Mouse has a tail? Most of the Mandela effect phenomenon are related to movies, cartoons, and processed food labels, which are not really worthy of our attention at all. So what if they were changed? By even discussing it, we are allowing them to gauge how involved we are in their illusions. Let's start taking our attention back by stepping out of the manufactured bubble and return to nature. Spend time outside, build communities, eat natural foods instead of packaged foods, read books, talk, laugh, and pray. Let's not become the product whose attention is up for sale.